Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Grow Up, the sequel to Grow Home. I would have preferred it to be called Grow Home too, honestly. I don't think Grow Up as its only name is enough connected branding. Like, there's any long number of games that where I could think would have had the name Grow Up, and Grow Home doesn't strike me as specifically one that needed that name. So now I have not 3 batteries but something else, so I got a different kind of upgrade, which I suppose is fair enough. We couldn't. That keeps it a little bit interesting. I thought I saw a plant over here that I hadn't scanned before, but honestly, I guess I'll deal with that later. Let's find the direction we need to go to get the next ship piece. And we're kind of just flying around looking for things. Am I looking in even the right direction? Not really, it's over here. There it is. So, we've got a nice powerful thing, and there's a crystal over here, so we'll go ahead and try and grab it since it's on the way. There is that possibility in a game like this that we won't spend a ton of time on any of these islands, but at least there's gonna be probably one crystal or something to collect, like something to do. Right. That's a cactus. So this is like a volcano area. It's much lower than where we were, and there's another ship part up that way, so I might have to work to collect that. Let's see. Come over here and grab some more crystals. Let's activate another fast travel station, because all of these fast travel stations I think are going to play a big role once we kind of have an idea of what we're supposed to be scanning and all of that. Right. Grab the wall. It seems like your batteries will recharge in the air, but not if you're free falling. So that's something to keep in mind. And it also seems like my ability to hover doesn't work if I'm right next to a wall, but I can kind of jump. Right. So there's a floating rocks going through the middle of the ship. Alright. I need to step down. Almost there, bud. We'll have mom back in one piece in no time. And see, even if the game does give me credits, I am 99.9% confident that it's not going to make me play some kind of new game, or I'm gonna have to start over. And I'm going through this pretty fast, but yeah, you're in a weird position here because, of course, you've probably played this game before, or you've played the predecessor. This is a pod. Oh, it's a challenge. So yeah, since you've played the predecessor Grow Home, you have a certain level of understanding of what needs to be done, and that level of understanding is making it rather short work. There's a crystal somewhere around here. Alright, so I'm gonna try and jump and hover and then glide to this rock, and I'll ignore that crystal. I went the wrong way, so can we do this? Make it to this rock, or like may just have to fly around a little bit until I can use my hovering to get there. That was a little bit of a challenge. I'd like to find the final ability, but it may not be in the overworld. It might just be an infinite energy ability that you get from collecting all the crystals. And I'm just gonna have to climb to the top here. And it feels like this is easier than the previous game. It's so odd that nobody ever succeeded in really making a climbing game, a realistic looking rock climbing game. I think the problem is you start to question it, and a little bit more. It's hard to put a rock climbing game together without having some challenges and some craziness and silliness, which is fine when you're doing low polygon characters like Bud, but then it starts to be questionable as to your actions or the other gameplay elements you would... Oh, come on, no. No, stop this. This camera does not want to cooperate. I wonder if I'm hitting an invisible wall. That felt very abrupt and odd. Also, you probably run into a problem if you do a realistic rock climbing game where you can't have where people get scared, and in this instance I am like, there's really no big fear if Bud fell all the way to the earth and died, because you just know you would respawn, whereas I feel like Ubisoft in particular might feel the need to put in a bloody death sequence every time you fell. And yeah, of course, Assassin's Creed has had several climbing gameplay mechanics, and Maybe it's grip. Maybe I'm doing like a full vertical hold here. That might be the reason why I'm fell down before. So let's just be really careful. Yeah, I am just vertically holding myself up. Let's see if we can go this way and get a better angle. There we go. But also, yeah, you don't get floating rocks, you don't get that level of silliness. Here we've got a new plant we can scan. This is a pretty neat adventure. So, glow leaf, luminous plants. Right. Now up this mountain. And we're not anywhere near a starseed, which is the way we should be doing this. But I'm just trying to cheat it. And maybe I'll be rewarded for my ambition, or maybe in the end we will just have to find the right place. Like, we're kind of more than half done with all the plants, by the way. Let's see, climbable luminous flora form, designed table lamp in a trendy, like a designed table lamp in a trendy restaurant. So, up we go. This is bad. I'm gonna have to pause and cough. I've got a tickle in my throat, and you can't play this game if you take your fingers off the triggers. And in all honesty, like, I've been playing for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and already my fingers are getting sore. Alright. Here we go. As much as possible. Nope, nope, nope. So we've got these vines that I need to hold to into. Floriform appears entirely composed of knotty, grassy roots. Gross, really, really gross. Alright. Not sure if that plant would prove itself useful ever, or if it only would work from hanging directions. Oh, come on. Is there perhaps an internal cave system that I could sneak up through? No, I don't think so. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, right. That's all this is you just alternate. Yeah, if you were going to make a third game in this series, you really would need an automatic climbing method and then you would need to make the worlds bigger, and you would need to try to have something different happen. This game is suffering from being too soon and too similar to the previous games. If back to the Assassin's Creed example, if Assassin's Creed 2 had been just incredibly similar to Assassin's Creed 1, that series probably would not have succeeded, although a lot of that really did just boil down to how much money Ubisoft was investing in the whole series. It was basically a too big to fail style game project. But yeah, this left and right stuff is killing my fingers at this point. The Xbox One controller is not that good at using triggers for they just don't line up with my fingers the way I'd like them to. Just a little bit more. What they probably could do is if you took this game, instead of verticality, and made it more of an open world style planet, where you had to walk through areas in like a thick forest, and you had to stay on the ground and look in caves more, and there really wasn't too much climbing. Well, that probably would make the game feel a little bit off from the two previous games, but would be something different. A regular Flungus is a common flora form that launches things like droids hella upward. Yeah, so it still feels like I'm just collecting more plants that seem like they do somewhat the exact same thing as the other plants, perhaps with slightly more force. It'll be interesting to see as we try the challenges if any of that is necessary. It could be that there are challenges out there where the entirety of the challenge is only passable or succeedable via using a plant to fling you at the beginning. But I doubt that that'll be the case. We may run into some challenges where a plant proves extremely useful, but I imagine they've all been designed to be doable regardless. With almost no upgrades, I wouldn't be surprised. Watch your feet, bud. You're not waterproof. I know this. Alright. So we have another piece of mom. There's a cloud. We're in the middle of a cloud. I can't see. I just died, which is gonna have me respawn like somewhere. Like I don't even know where I respawned. It had me respawn really far from where I was, because I think I was Probably not here, but maybe. Alright, so let's look around and see if we see. There's one last ship part and kind of nothing close. And there's an ability over here. So if we're gonna go up, how can we reach that? We can fast travel, like right now, to that, but I don't think that's good enough. And this looks like a star plant, but it isn't. It's just a bunch of mushrooms. So I'm in the volcano. Can I teleport? Well, I am. There we go. Let's just look for crystals and jump downward while we're at it. I feel like I have walked in water before and not died, so I don't know why all of a sudden deep water is a problem. But okay. We got some rocks over here. Our creature's glitching. So I guess what we're going for here as a concept is to just jump back down. Let's go back to the cactus area. Let's get that plant grown the way we want it to be grown, all the way to the top. Be careful not to grab the loose rocks. Guess that is a slight variation. Let's see. And you've got to wait for the circles. If you don't have a circle, you don't have firm grip. And I think I'm holding on to the crystal. Guess I wasn't. Alright. We probably need a waypoint. And maybe pod challenges would be an idea, but our waypoint is going to be this telerouter. That's kind of way over here. Let's see, am I going any correct direction whatsoever? The way it twists, yeah, I'm just really far away. The way the map twists when you go into map mode confuses the issue a little bit. Makes it more difficult to figure out where and what you're supposed to do. Alright, let's try this. Okay. Yeah. That's not gonna work. Nice try, but all of these are gonna require basically the infinite jetpack before I could actively fly through all of them. Am I going the right direction? By the way, somewhat. And I guess most of this is just water, and there's fish even. So if I hadn't gained so much height before, I guess that there would have been a possibility that I would have not been able to cross that ocean as it is. Let's go and grab this. I have this suspicion that there might be hidden objects. So if I was to take that plant and destroy it, I was thinking maybe there was something there. Let's see, he thinks might be some crystals and caves. I'm not ready for that though. Let's just go as fast as possible and as high as possible back to this starseed. That twisted on me. Seems like we're getting currents of air that do want to do me little favors and not just have me land in the water. But they don't seem like they are particularly interested in doing me huge favors. Yeah, getting to the top, the top place where the final ability is, seems a little less likely to happen. Yeah, still doing a little too much climbing. I would prefer to just be running. This is a example of why there are so many games where the main gameplay mechanic is fighting something, whether it's shooting something with a gun, slaying something with a sword or a knife or something. If you don't have that repetitive, familiar gameplay mechanic to stretch and artificially lengthen the amount of time most games take to be beaten, It feels abrupt. They've, I guess, game design in general has just moved the goalpost. I'm not falling down. So that, like, what could in many cases have been a game that was 5 hours and that would have been perfectly acceptable to people who purchased it. Nowadays, a 5-hour game feels like it's a ripoff, even if it is a pretty cheap game, because you want that 30-hour game. It's just how the consumer has been trained, in the same way that consumers want a certain style of New York style pizza usually, and if you were to give them like Hawaiian pizza and they weren't expecting it with pineapple on it, that's something that would be disjarring and maybe okay every now and then as a oddity, but certainly can't be the standard. So there's 3 more star plants for this star seed. There's at least 1 more star seed out there to grow that I've seen. And I suspect there's probably another star. I call them star seeds, but they're actually star plants is what they're called. I need 2 more crystals. Let's see. And there's 1 of the islands and 2 of the islands there. Are there any more islands that I can see? Nope. And it's been another 30 minutes, so that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description. Also, if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wish list. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.